Welcome to DWBI Adda channel. Please subscribe for latest training videos.
Hello viewers, welcome back to another scenario-based PostgreSQL session. Today we are going to concentrate on data type conversion function. First we will convert string data into integer format, then integer data to the string format, and finally string data to date format. Let's begin the session with the string to integer conversion. This first section is for string to integer conversion. We use toNumber function to convert a string into numeric format. The first argument is the input string, and the next one is the format we have to follow to produce numeric output. We know integers are whole numbers, so we have to manage the format in a way that it will return integer. Let's explore this table first. If the string contains value with no leading zeros, we have to set 9 in format, and in case of string values with leading zeros, we have to set 0. If a string contains any group separator like comma, we have to use capital G. And for the sign, the associated format is S. So we attach this format list for our reference. Let's consider this example. This string contains values, group separator, decimal point, and negative sign. We have to introduce this specific string format to toNumber function so that it can convert this string into equivalent number. In the format, we need to specify 99 for 56, this G for group separator, which is comma, then 3 more 9s for 345, then D for this decimal point, then again 9 for this one, and finally S for this minus sign. If we execute this, it will return a numeric value like minus 56,345.1. Now we are going to pgadmin to work with more examples. In the first example, in the string we have 543.43. So it contains numeric value and a decimal point. So in position of numeric value, we use 9, and in case of the decimal point, we use either this decimal point or capital D. Let's execute this one. This 543.43 was in string format, and we have converted this into equivalent 543.43. Now consider the second one. We are only taking 999, so it will consider only the first 3 digits. So if you execute this, it will return only the integer part. If our goal is to return the integer part, we have to follow this example. So we have to mention only the numeric value before decimal. Now the third one, we have already worked with this example in our slide. As a string, it was 56,345.1 and minus. So in the position of numeric value, we use 99, and for this comma separator, we use capital G, and for this negative sign, we use S. Now consider this fourth example. First we have a digit, so it will be 9, then one group separator, capital G, then 3 more 9, then one more group separator G, then 3 more 9, then capital D, then 2 more 9. So the format is the same, 9, then capital G, then 3 more 9s, then G. So we can use small g or capital G. Let's execute this. So it perfectly converted the string into the equivalent numeric format. Now consider the last one. This string contains the currency symbol with it, which is $. So in place of $, in the format we have to mention capital L. Then in the numeric position we have to mention 9999. The group separator will be replaced by capital G, and in position of point we can use either capital D or the same decimal point. Let's execute this. So it converted a currency into equivalent numeric format. Now we are going to the next section. In this section, we are going to focus on integer to string conversion. For this specific purpose, we will use to_char function, and we will use the same format mask. Let's consider this example. The amount column contains value like 7.99, 10.99, 12.99 like these. And we want to convert them into equivalent string format. As it contains maximum 2 digits before the decimal point, we have to mention 99 in the first 2 positions. Then for this decimal point we will use capital D, and for again the numeric values we have to use 99. So if we execute this example, it will return the equivalent numeric values in character format. Let's work with more examples in pgadmin. We have already worked with this example. Let's just execute this. Now consider this example. We have started with 009, then D for decimal point. This first one contains only 1 digit before the decimal point. It is padded by 00. Suppose if the numeric value is 10.99, then the equivalent character will be 0, then 10.99. Now consider this third example. So we are using 9999.999. Let's execute this first. As it contains only 2 digits after decimal point, there will be 1 more digit and that will be 0. Now consider this specific numeric value. If we use 1G, I mean group separator, so in the string there will be 1 comma as the group separator. Let's execute this. So it has converted this numeric value into the equivalent character format which contains the group separator. Now we are returning to the final section. In this final section, we will discuss on string to date conversion, and we will concentrate on toDate function. In the first position, we have to specify the string, and in the second position, we must use the string associated format. Suppose if the string contains 4-digit year, we have to mention YYYY in the format. In presence of English month name in uppercase, we have to use month in capital letters. These are the common format we use in toDate function. Now let's consider this example. This workT column contains date in string format. Its first 4 digits are here, so we have used 4 capital Y's. Then 2 digits for months, so the associated format is capital MM, and final 2 digits are day, so we have taken DD. If we execute this, it will return date in date specific format. Now we will go to pgadmin and work with more examples. We are starting with the same example mentioned in the slide. In the format, we have taken 4 Y's for the year, MM for the month, and DD for the day. Let's execute this. This date function has successfully converted the string based on this specific format. Now move to the next one. This string contains day, then month, then finally 4-digit year, and they are separated by the backslash. So the equivalent format will be DD, MM, and YYYY. In the second case, the string format is same, only instead of backslash we are taking dash. In third example, date is in numeric format. First 2 digits are month, then 2 digits for day, then last 4 digits are for the year. So we are taking MM for month, DD for day, and only 2 YY for this 20. In this final example, format will start with month as string contains full month name, then DD for day and YYYY for year. Let's execute this. So we have successfully converted all of them into the equivalent date format. With this, we are finishing our demonstration in pgadmin, now returning to the presentation. Today, we have focused on data type conversion. First, we converted string into integer, then integer into string, and finally string into date format. That's all for today.